So a new promo is here. We have the Summer Heat cards. It's kind of like a weird mixture of colours. Like it's like you know those shirts that are white with like dye in the middle that you used to make at like school or whatever. It reminds me of that. But yeah, this card looks really good. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. Personally, if you're going to do this, Mendy, you don't even need to get the 93. Like, even just playing and winning 5 rival matches, you're going to get a Footmas card, which is one of the best left backs in the game. I know he doesn't have the highest defending stats, but it's all about meta, and he has that 5-star weak foot. We have 3 other versions of the card. We have the 87, we have the 89 rated, which is 5-star skills, 5-star weak foot, and so is the 93 rated. So I'm going to show you how to complete all of these challenges as quickly as possible so you can get your Ferland Mendy, and you can decide yourself where do you want to stop. Now, before we get into the video, guys, if you want to buy cheap Ultimate Team coins, go and check out MMOPO.com and use the discount code EGHD at the checkout to get yourself 8% off your order. So let's kick things off with the first challenge, Rival 5. Win 5 rival matches to earn your 85 rated Footmas Mendy. Now this is actually like a normal card upgrade, and what I mean by that is all the stats get upgraded from his normal gold card. But here is where the weird thing happens, right? So his 87 rated card actually loses pace. His normal gold card is actually quicker than the 87. That's actually +7 on his stats, and they're actually different. Let me show you. So as you can see, we've got the 80 rated gold card, which is still one of the most expensive gold cards in the game. He has 89 pace, but then his 87 card has 88 pace. So he loses some pace, but obviously his defending stats go up. All the other stats apart from his pace actually go up. I don't think there's ever been a card in FIFA history that's had a big upgrade to his overall rating like this and actually lost pace. Like usually pace goes up every single time, or at least stays the same. Like it always should go up. But you know what? I'm not complaining because these cards look insane. So let's go back over to the challenges. So what I like about this is the Ferland Mendy challenge was very expensive around Footmas. Now obviously that's because there wasn't as many players in FIFA at that point in time, you know, not as many special cards, so the value of a Mendy at that point was higher. But I still think it's a nice touch that you can just play some rivals with no requirements and just win games. So you can use any team you want. You can use a Serie A squad, a Premier League squad, and you're going to get yourself a Ferland Mendy. Obviously Ferland Mendy being French, he can fit into a lot of teams these days, especially with how many icons people seem to have with the icon swaps. But the second challenge, now this is on your way to getting the 87 rated. You only need to do two challenges, and that is score in 3 separate rival matches using players with minimum 4-star skills and 5-star weak foot with the 85 Mendy in your starting squad. So at first glance, I thought to myself, well, Ben Yedder would be good. You can use a Pogba. You can, if you have more coins, you can go for the foot birthday players like Griezmann, Lacazette. If you don't have many coins, you can go for Ousmane Dembele. But realistically, if you're going to do this challenge, you're best off just relegating yourself. Now I know not everybody likes to relegate themselves, but relegate yourselves and play Ferland Mendy as your striker. It sounds ridiculous, but obviously he has 4-star skill moves and he has 5-star weak foot, and you don't need to buy anyone because you're getting this player for free. So this is more for people that don't have the coins, but if you have more coins, obviously pick an attacker that has better shooting stats than, you know, Ferland Mendy, because his shooting isn't that great, but you might want to score some tap-ins, and this can apply to that. La Liga lineup, so play 10 rival matches with Mendy and 6 La Liga players in your starting squad. It's really self-explanatory. Luckily for me, I have a team with like sort of you know what, I'm just going to show you. So yeah, lucky for me, this is actually my main squad, so I don't really need to change that much. So I'd obviously just put Mendy in here. He would get full chemistry, and then I've got at least 6 players from La Liga. I've actually got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, including if Mendy was my left back as well. So as I said, luckily for me, I can do that. If not, you guys will probably want to build something along these lines, or go with a typical defense lineup and you know, goalkeeper to Stegen, some kind of Eder Militao, whether that's, you've got, you know, the flashback version. You can use Lenglet, you can use Semedo. You know, there's lots of options. I recommend going for a defense first if you don't have a La Liga squad, because it's very cheap and they're the most competitive players that you can get from La Liga for a good price. So this is where I love these objective challenges, where you slowly level up your player, because it's just like Future Stars with Odegaard, Osimhen, Daniel James, for example. Although there's no squad battles in this one, I like the fact that you can stop where you want, and it doesn't require that much for the first set of challenges. You know, you can even start to play with Ferland Mendy, and if you don't even like the feel of this card, or you think that, you know, you're not going to actually be able to use Mendy in your teams, maybe you've got, you know, players from other nationalities and leagues, so he wouldn't ever fit into your squad, you can just stop. You don't have to do it, but then if you want to stop at this 87, it's perfect. And yeah, it's only going to take you about 15 games or so to get this version, and you only need to win the 5 games here, you know, the first 5 games. The rest of these games, you don't even need to get a win to get the actual challenges complete. Now, this is where things get a little bit harder. We have the curated crossing. Crossing in FIFA just isn't the meta, especially if you're trying to cross and then score with a header. Obviously, the way you get around this is to do RB and X on Xbox, or R1 and square on the PlayStation. So basically what it is, you're doing a low driven pass, kind of like a driven pass normally, except there's a little bit more of a bounce, more of a bobble, and it will count as a cross. Now, as you can see, it says you need to assist with a cross using the 87 rated Mendy. So this is why I recommend playing a Mendy as a striker for these challenges, so that when you get to this curated crossing one, you're already used to what Mendy's like, except now he's got better passing, dribbling, and, you know, all the other better stats basically. So play him as at least a cam. You need to, Mendy as a cam, right? But you need to play him in some kind of attacking positioning so you can get this challenge done as quickly as possible. And then you can move on to, or do this one at the same time, or try to. So Ferland Force, score an outside the box goal in 2 separate rival matches using French players with minimum 4-star skill moves and 5-star weak foot with the 87 rated Mendy in your starting squad. If you read that too quickly, you might think you need to do it with Ferland Mendy. You don't. As I said, again, you can go for the players like Griezmann, Lacazette, Pogba, Ousmane Dembele. There's a few other players, Ribéry for example. Scoring from the outside of the box with the 87 rated card is going to be quite difficult. So this is, yeah, perhaps a challenge that you may want to do with an actual proper attacker rather than the 87 rated card, which only has 73 shooting, especially now that most goalkeepers are team of the season goalkeepers, which are, you know, maxed out stats on their 99 diving, 99 handling. It's going to be very difficult unless, you know, maybe you chip the goalkeeper. Now, French formation, play 12 rival matches with the 87 rated Mendy with 6 French players in your starting squad. So again, you're going to need to obviously engineer your team around this. Mendy is going to be at least one of those, so you only need 5 French players other than Mendy. And once you complete this challenge, you're going to get yourselves an 89 Mendy. Now, the big differences between the card, you can see that 88 pace versus 91, so +3 on his pace. He gets +2 on his defending stats, and he also gets +2 on his physical stats. A nice little upgrade, but for me, the biggest improvement, and although it's in a position you don't really need it, as you can see here, it says that he gets an improved 5-star skill move. So now he becomes a 5-star skills, 5-star weak foot player. As I said, in the left back position, it's not as important, but there are still times where it's nice to do some kind of elastico or some kind of running scoop turn, even in a defensive situation when you get the ball to get yourselves out of a pressure scenario. Having 5-star skills could be useful. So I do like that, but I come from like more of a skilling background, so I am used to that. Some people don't use skills at all, and just a ball roll it is more than sufficient enough for a left back or right back, but it is a nice touch anyway. Remember, some of you guys may be actually using this Mendy as a substitute for your squad as well. So for a CDM or a centre mid position, then obviously 5-star skills is even more important than a left back. But let's move up to the next set of challenges to get your way or get along to getting the 93 rated card. Winning wing back. Score using the 89 rated Mendy in 4 rivals wins. And again, it all comes back to the first challenge here, which is why I say once you get this Mendy, just play him striker, because the challenges are going to fall into place and you're going to be used to playing with Mendy as you're going through all of these challenges. So score using it in 4 rival wins. So you're going to want to play him as a striker, or at least some kind of left wing, right wing, or a cam or something like that. And then clean sheet success, keep a clean sheet and win by a goal difference of at least 2. So ideally, if you can play someone that's not as good as you, you know, if you've relegated yourself and you go 2-0 up or 3-0 up, then that's going to be ideal for you. And you only need to do that once. So I think this challenge could either be really hard for some people that are in higher divisions, but probably the easiest one to do, trying to get the 93 rated if you have relegated yourself. And then the last one here, assist using the 89 rated Mendy in 10 separate rival wins. So this one is the most time consuming because you need to win the game, but you also need to assist. And again, keep playing him striker. Try to get these objectives done as quickly as possible. If you're doing this a week later, not as many people will be doing this challenge, therefore the teams you come up against will be tougher, less likely to be doing objectives. So as soon as you see this video out, or as soon as you see this objective, guys, try to complete these challenges whilst everybody else is doing it. I hope that EA release a separate game mode to complete challenges, because they have the right ideas here with these challenges and with these unlockable, upgradable cards. But I just feel like Rivals, we need something more for FIFA 21. We need a dedicated game mode so that you can just search for a game and both of you are always trying to complete challenges against one another. That would be the ideal situation going forwards with FIFA 21. Let me know what you think about that in the comments section. Now, something else to talk about actually is another challenge relating to the Mendy, and that is this Maestro Mendy Plus. Again, this has happened with the Future Stars challenges. If you complete these in Division 4 or above, you will get yourselves a Jumbo Rare Players Pack, which is actually a 100k pack. I think, yeah, it's an untradeable reward, it says there at the top. And for me, it just shows that EA are trying to prevent people from relegating themselves, but it's not enough. Like, you know, what would you rather do? Save yourself a couple of hours or get yourself an, you know, an untradeable 100k pack, which most of the time is going to give you an 82 rated player. It's not enough. There needs to be something else to, you know, promote people to not relegate, and people are still going to do it. I only started relegating after about 4, 5, 6 months into the game, halfway through the game cycle, and once I've done it, I was like, I'm never not relegating again. I have to relegate myself. But let's move into the footbin stuff, and let's have a look at some chem styles to put onto Mendy. It may change based on which version that you get, so let's have a look. So of course, with the normal Mendy, it doesn't really matter because you are going to be playing 5 rival matches. You win those matches, and then you're going to get this Footman's card. So we have 300. Wow, that's how much he cost when he first came out. So he's about 300,000 coin player. That's how much it was for the SBC, and this was at a time where people didn't have that much fodder, so people would have probably paid like 200,000 coins and chucked in 100,000 coins worth of untradables. So it just goes to show you how valuable this card is, even if you don't want to grind for these summer heat cards. So let's have a look at what kind of chem style to put on him. I think for me it's straight up an anchor, although he is quite a strong player, especially for like a left back. Giving him +5 on his strength and giving him almost maxed out pace there is probably going to be the best thing for him. But let's go now to the 87 rated cards. So this is where his pace actually goes down, whereas his strength is now up a little bit. Of course, again, if you go with the anchor chem style, with an anchor chem style, you can see that he gets into the low 90s on the pace. His strength goes from 84 to 89. But for me, I actually think I'd rather have a shadow. The problem is, if you don't intend to stop on this 87 card, putting a shadow on him is a waste of time. So you're probably best just to leave him on an anchor. But again, if you're going to use, you know, if you're going for the 89 card or the 93 rated card, then what you're going to want to do is probably just keep him on a basic, because as I said, you're going to probably play with these players as your striker. So it depends what kind of stage you're going to stop off at. And again, the same for the next version. Again, I think something between an anchor or a shadow. But then if you're not going to stop there, let's go to the end and have a look at what his stats look like once you've finally got it, and you can put whatever chem style you want. Now, he has 96 acceleration, 93 sprint speed, so there's no point in a shadow at this point. You're wasting so much of that boost. So if we have a look at an anchor, you're going to put him into the mid-90s for his strength, 99 aggression. His defensive stats are almost maxed out. As a centre mid, this is going to be a really nice touch, a really nice card. 5-star skills, 5-star weak foot. Doesn't have any traits apart from the flare trait. His passing is going to be good. So yeah, this could be a very deadly super sub. You could start him in your formation on max chemistry, move him to centre mid, and then maybe sub on another left back or right back like Zambrotta. Some people have a Zambrotta in their club, or some other 5-star weak foot players that could play, you know, left back or right back. The other options would be to actually go for like a sentinel card. If you go for a sentinel card, his defensive stats get boosted more. His strength is maxed out at 99, aggression's 99, and jumping's 99. Literally, his physicality is as strong as it can be. And for some reason, I have always found that Mendy's normal gold card was always a very strong card, even though he didn't have the highest amount of strength. You know, 78 strength. For some reason, in FIFA 20, he feels like even this card had like mid-80s to high 80s, maybe even 90 strength at times. Is it just me that felt like that? But, you know, with this 93 rated card, once you put either an anchor or a sentinel on him, he is going to feel godly. He's going to push off absolutely everybody. He has high agility, high balance. literally everything. This is an end game, or probably the best left back that we're going to get in FIFA 20. So here are a bunch of French players that are 5-star weak foot with at least 4-star skill moves. So you have Ben Yedder, you have Pogba, Foot Birthday, or the normal version is good enough, but Foot Birthday is 5-star, 5-star. Griezmann 5-star weak foot, 4-star skills. Lacazette 5-star weak foot, 4-star skills. Ribery 5-star, 5-star. Saint Maximin 5-star, 5-star. And also Lamar, is he? No, he's 5-star weak foot, 4-star skills, and then Dembele as well, which is 5-star, 5-star. So here are a few options. Of course, with Dembele, you can go for his normal gold version, same as Ben Yedder, and also same as Saint Maximin. But yeah, these are some of the best options for you if you don't want to use Ferland Mendy as a striker, but I think it's just easiest to use the objective cards to actually complete the objective here. If you have found this video useful in any way, shape or form, please remember to drop a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe for more videos in the future. Hopefully we get some more objectives around the summer heat, stuff like this, and I can give you guys some more advice on the next challenge as well. As I said at the start of the video, if you guys want to join a Discord where other people are completing the challenges as well, and you need some tips, or maybe you have some questions and you want to actually speak to other people that are like-minded doing the challenges, make sure you join a Discord. The link will be in the description. Also, let me know in the comments which version of his cards you're going to stop off at. Are you going to go all the way? Are you just going to get the Foot Birthday card, or sorry, the Footmas card, and then stop there? Or are you going to go halfway full? Let me know in the comments. I want to know what everybody else is doing. And without further ado, guys, I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.